Greetings. I am J.S. Nacion, a criminology student of Capitol College, Iligan Capitol College. In this video, we are going to discuss the four types of crime scene search. But before that, let's define on what is crime scene search. Crime scene search is a planned and coordinated legal search of a crime is to recognize, preserve, and collect physical evidence that is related to the crime under investigation. The primary purpose of a crime scene search is to develop associative evidence that could link a suspect to the scene or a victim, and to answer questions crucial to the investigation, such as who perpetrated the crime, how, how the crime was committed, the circumstances surrounding the commission of the crime, and why the crime is committed. First, in the process of crime scene investigation, this approach is not only common sense but also vital. To properly analyze and interpret any crime scene, that certain basic steps must be followed in order to create sense of beginning and a sensible conclusion to the examination. The steps employed to adequately assess any crime scene are, quite basically, to interview, examine, photograph, sketch, and process of a crime scene. Before anything is touched or collected as evidence, it must be found and clearly marked. How do you go finding finding and marking the evidence? There are several methods used by law enforcement agencies throughout the world that follow four basic crime scene patterns. These are spiral method, zone method, grid method, and line method. So this is what the spiral method looks like. This secular method is most affected in an indoor or small area since as the circle gets bigger, evidence may be overlooked, also known as circular method. The searcher the searchers follow each other in the path of spiral, beginning in the outside and spiraling towards the center of scene. Next is the zone method. It is most often used indoors. This method divides the, the search area into sections or squares, and separate officer is designated to the search each section. This method is sometimes called quadrant method. The third method is grid method. This is one of the best method of detailed searching of large areas. This method can be modified depending on the number of searchers and the area covered. When done correctly, each area will be searched twice. Imagine a string of dozen officers walking at arm's length down a football field. At the opposite end, they turn and perform the same search through moving up opposite direction in consecutive laps. Then, they search again, moving across the field at 45-degree angle to where they are first started until the entire area has been covered. So that is how grid method works. The final one is the line step method, line or stripe method. This is useful in larger outdoor areas but also inside. Quick to implement and simple to use. Can be done by a single person. It is similar to the grid search and exception the searchers generally only move in one direction. From one side of the search area to another. Because of trees, shrubs, rocks, or the other objects may mixed grid search unfeasible and line method search is the next best method to use. Always remember that the search of any types of evidence starts and end with a protection and preservation of crime scene. The greatest amount of evidence may be found in immediate vicinity of the victim. So, when deciding of one type of a search use, care should be taken to select one and will be disturbed or otherwise contaminate potential evidence. Remember, anything and everything may eventually become evidence, and the crime scene investigator must never take any for granted. Take, that's all. Thank you.